right? So next comes the important part, which is very unique to LSTM, which is right, encoding the entire data set. So to encode the entire data set, what we need to do is convert each character, right, into a corresponding number, right? Because our machine learning understands numbers, so we have to convert each characters to number, and and then encode it, the entire document, into a number. Right, so the first thing that we are doing, there is two types of encoding here again. So one is encoding, and the other one is decoding, right? So the encoding basically converts your data, the text, into a sequence of characters into a sequence of numbers, and the decoding does the reverse of it. Now once you have the sequence of numbers, you know what number corresponds to what character, so you decode it back, right? So to know which number corresponds to which character, right? So first thing that you need to create is something called a vocab to int library, right? So a directory, dictionary in this case, right? So if you see here, so we are using list comprehension here to create a dictionary basically. So the dictionary is, you have 79 unique words, right? So when you say not, it should not say words again, it should probably say characters. So since we have 73 unique characters, so each character has to be assigned to a corresponding number, right? So that's what basically we are doing. So we are doing an enumerate, which basically converts it into a number, and then you do I comma c, which is, I is a number corresponding to it, and c is the actual character from the vocabulary, and then put it in a dictionary in this format, your character against the number. So if you once you print it and see how this has this is how it will show up, right? So you have all the numbers and alphabets. So alphabet starts here, all the alphabets corresponding numbers. So these characters are assigned to these numbers, or rather these numbers are assigned to these characters, and this is not going to change, and this is going to be stationary till your end of the prediction. So this is your reference dictionary whenever you want to convert a vocabulary to your series of sequence of characters to numbers, or numbers to characters. This is what you refer to make it happen, right? So that is what it is. So this is how you do it. So this is vocab to int function. You can vocab to int dictionary that you can use to convert your sequences. So that's first step, right? And then now you go into the actual encoding part. So encoding is basically converting your sequence of characters to numbers, right? So since we are planning to convert our book, that is a Sherlock Holmes book, entirely into a sequence of numbers, so this is how you do it. You use the dictionary as reference. Take each character from the, so text cleanse is, if you recall, text cleanse is where you have saved your entire book in a list format. So you iterate through each of the list elements, get each of the value, pass it through the dictionary and get its corresponding number, right? Corresponding assigned character, and that you put it in an array. So once this array is ready, that is what you have as an encoded sequence of numbers rather than characters now. So this encoded basically considers the encoded sequence of numbers rather than characters. So we have this, and then we move on to the to creating a basically a method, or not really a method here. We are using an array to do the reverse here. So what this basically does is, if you can see, if you see here, so it creates an array, right? So it creates an array which helps in the reverse encoding, right? And since this is a list of all the elements, and you this is basically the first element in the array, the second element in the array, and third element. So every element in that array, if you want to refer to a particular element, you refer it by a number, right? So that's how it helps in decoding, basically, the reverse of encoding. So now that you have the list of numbers, sequence of numbers, you pass that value to this array, it will return the corresponding character. So this is how it helps in decoding. So we can see how this helps in the later stages. Probably now you just understand that you are encoding and decoding. So that is basically this about, right? So next step is something which is not probably required for not since I am using a GPU for training. This is actually configured to help it assign that GPU memory for it. So we can skip this. So I'll probably make a separate video how to use if you have a NVIDIA GPU, and if you want to configure it to enable machine learning to work with it, you can use CUDA and CUDA NN softwares that NVIDIA provides. You can use that to use for machine learning. It's just considerably faster. So probably I'll make another episode where I'll compare the differences, which is very interesting. It was a very interesting topic for me. So